Well, hello everybody, and happy Tuesday. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Facebook for Facebook Live, and it's a weird time. I was trying to get on here by like 1 o'clock, but I had to call Michael's because I got this order yesterday from Michael's for some stuff, and half of it wasn't on there. So I had to call them, and I was on hold for like an hour. Hey, Sue. So now I'm like an hour late. I had a class this morning and that was really fun, and then I've got another class tonight, so I've got to get the video done, get ready for class tonight, and hey Cheryl, and we've just got a lot to do. I got so much to do. Today's my day off, so I'm trying to get everything done and get all my gifts ready for work, and because Friday is my last day, and then I'm taking a few days off for Christmas, so I've got to get all my gifts for my coworkers done, and everything. It's just, you know, the last minute rush before Christmas, trying to get everything done. Hey Lois, hey Melinda. So I wanted to say hello and see how everybody's doing. Hey Pam, and show you that I'm looking pretty good today. I got my hair fixed and not cut yet, but I need a haircut. And I got some makeup and some lipstick on, so looking good. Alright, so I'm going to turn the camera down, and I'm going to show you the card that we're making. Hey Debbie, it's really cute. Hey Wanda. Alright, so you ready? Hope you're not going to get dizzy, so let me find the button first before I move it. Alright, so we're going to turn it down. This is always the tricky part, is flipping the camera and trying to get it straight. Let me get my computer going and see how crooked I am right now, because I know it's always crooked. Because I can't see very good when I'm putting the camera up like that. Alright, let's look. See what it looks like. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. Okay, let me take this box out of the way. Okay, so this is the card we're making. And this card was inspired by Ruth with Artful Stampin with Ruth. She did a card kind of similar to this one the other day. She did like a one-sheet wonder, and I loved it. And so I wanted to do one that was kind of similar. Hers was a Christmas card though. So I changed it up a little bit, but I did use the same color that she had. And we're going to do that in just a minute. But first I have some business to get out of the way. So one thing I have for you is my crack candy recipe. So this is what it looks like. And I put it in these little treat bags that I got from Walmart. And they're so cute. They're shaped like a little vase. And then you tie the bow right here. And this ribbon is retiring. I'm really upset about it, but I had a bunch left over, so I thought I'd use that for this. So it makes these little candies, and here's the ingredients. So we have, I had to print it on my printer because it was on my computer, but it was like really tiny, so I had to make it bigger and then print it out. All right, so you need 4 bags of white chocolate melts, and I used to get them at Michael's, but they don't sell the Wilton ones anymore. They do sell another brand, but I like the Wilton ones. So they're those little round white discs that you can melt. You can use the one at the grocery store, but I don't like that as much. So try to find the one that's like the candy discs, and it'll say white chocolate melts. And you need 4 bags of those. They used to be 16-ounce bags. Now they're 12, so you got to buy more. A cup of peanut butter, and I use smooth, creamy peanut butter. 6 cups of Rice Krispies, which is about a small box, the very small box. If you get that, that's about 1 box. 2 cups of mini marshmallows. I should have put mini there. And that's about half a bag of the marshmallows. And 2 cups of dry roasted peanuts, which is about half of a jar, like a Planters jar. So what you do first is you get this giant bowl. And I mean, I have a giant bowl because it makes a lot. So it's like a giant popcorn bowl if you have one. So get that out, put the peanuts, Rice Krispies, and marshmallows in it. Sorry, I had a cough. And stir it up. Then you take all your white chocolate, put it in a big bowl in the microwave. And my microwave has a button on it that says melt, and you can hit melt, and then it'll say butter, chocolate, whatever. So I can do it like that. If you don't have one of those buttons, then just do it for like a minute. Stir it, and then do like 30 seconds, stir it, because you don't want to cook it too much or it'll seize up. Or if you have a double boiler, you can do it on the stove the old-fashioned way, but the microwave is easier. As soon as it's completely smooth, you pour in that scoop of peanut butter. And I don't measure any of this stuff. I'm just kind of giving you estimates. This was the original recipe. I don't measure any of it except for the 4 bags of that. I use like a big spoonful of peanut butter. I just dump the Rice Krispies in. I dump the marshmallows, dump the peanuts. And I don't really measure any of it, but it is about that much. Then once the white chocolate's melted, you put the peanut butter in, stir it up. Then you pour all that over top of the Rice Krispies and stuff. Mix it all up, and then you have to have wax paper everywhere. And you just take a spoon, just scoop it, scoop it, scoop it into little spoonfuls all over the wax paper. And you have to do it really fast, so it helps if you have 2 people. Because mine started to harden up because my house is cold. I keep my house at like 65. So mine was starting to get hard before I was done. So I actually had to stick it back in the microwave, which is not a good idea because after you put everything in there and you put it back in the microwave, then the marshmallows will melt. So that is not a good idea. So you really got to do it fast, or make sure your heat is on in your house so it doesn't harden up too fast. So that's it. Once it's done, you let it sit for like 30 minutes to totally harden, and then you just put it in Ziploc bags until you put it in like these bags to give to people. So I usually put like 5 or 6 in a bag, wrap it with a ribbon, and it'll keep for about a week at the most, and then the marshmallows start getting a little stale for some reason, but for about a week it'll be totally fine. And then after that, it just starts getting a little bit stale tasting. But that is the best gift ever to give to people because they love it. And every year people ask me for this recipe. So I'll put it closer to the camera. I don't know if that's, like, you can read it from where you are. So hopefully you can get a screenshot of that close up. Or just take a screenshot. There you go. All right, take a screenshot of that, and then you can expand it on your phone. All right, I've also got a few giveaways. So we've got 3 winners. So Mary Ellen Bray, you win this one. This was the beautiful cherry cobbler card. Julie Black, you win this one, which was with the brand new stamp set. And Mary Ann Williker, I think that's a Q, Williker, you win this card with the piece dove. So you guys, the address to my email address is in the description box on my YouTube channel. So you can find my email address there and just send me your address. I will pop it in the mail. So for today's card, we're using the Nature's Harvest stamp set, which is in the big catalog. I'm pretty much done with Christmas cards, so we're going to be doing either brand new stuff or stuff from the big catalog because everything's selling out so fast. I don't want to use anything that's not going to be available, so you guys wouldn't be able to order it. So, oh, I can't even see my comments. Hold on, let me see. What do we have? We have a bunch of people on here I missed. Okay, let's see. Debbie, Wanda, Madonna. Hey, Madonna. You're going to like this card. Hey, Debbie, thank you. You're so sweet. She said, you look beautiful. I love watching you create and get to laugh at the same time. I know. Isn't it funny? Robin. Oh, Robin, hey. Robin's had my crack candy. Yep. And Kayla's getting some tomorrow. So she helped me out yesterday at work. So that's my story for today. Debbie says, "Burr, I'd freeze." I know it. The name of this candy is Lisa's Crack Candy. That's really what it is. Or you can call it Crack Krispies. That's it. Lisa's Christmas Crack Candy. Or my one friend calls it Crack Krispies. But it's not popcorn. A lot of people think it's popcorn, but it's not. It's Rice Krispies, marshmallows, and peanuts. Alright, so this is the card we're making. We're going to get started. Here's what you need. So we've got, easy peasy, this is like a 5-minute card. We've got 5.5 by 8.5 white, 5 1/4 by 4 misty moonlight, 5 by 3 3/4 white, and 2 little pieces for the words, 7/8 by 3 1/4 balmy blue, and 3/4 by 3 white. Then you need a piece about 10 inches of the metallic mesh ribbon. And we're actually going to cut this in half, long ways. So we're going to cut it up the middle. So I like this recipe thing. You guys are always asking me for recipes, so I gave you the Brunswick stew recipe in the last video, so if you missed it, you can go back and look at that one. And it's got the Brunswick stew recipe. I'm not a huge cook. I used to be when I was married. I used to cook all the time, but now that I'm single, it's kind of hard to cook for just one person, so I don't really cook all that much, but I do have a lot of fun recipes. So, all right, so this is what you need. So we're going to just take those off and get started. And we're going to be stamping on this white piece and the little teeny white piece. So we're going to get everything else out of the way. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper to put underneath that. It was so funny. I had my class this morning and one of the girls was sitting there and I had the heat on and I had it like set to 66 because people were coming over, so I thought I'd warm it up a little bit. But my heat in my old house was gas, and when that came on it was like super warm and it just heated you up right away, and it was so nice. I loved that house. And this house has like, I don't know what you call it. It's electric heat. But when it comes on, it's cold at first, almost like feels like the air condition. I don't know what's on here, but we're going to get this off. So you have to kind of wait a minute. At first I thought it was broken, and I called the AC guy, and he's like, no, that's what it's supposed to do, and then it'll warm up. So for like 5 minutes, it's cold when it comes out. So I was having my class, and the heat came on, and one of the girls was like, I'm freezing. You need to turn this off. I was like, okay. So I didn't say anything. I'm like, well, it's the heat. So I turned it off, and as we're doing class, it just keeps getting colder and colder and colder, and I'm like, man, I want to turn the heat back on. But she was sitting there, and the vent was right on her, so I couldn't do it. Oh, you know what? I want to start with the words first. Oh, no, I don't. You know what I want to do? I'm totally backwards here. We're going to start with this first. So this is the blobby stamp from Artistic Expressions. I think that's the name of it. I forgot to bring that one with me. It's the really pretty one in the big catalog that's got the 2 flowers and this blob of a stamp, and then it's got really pretty paper. And we're using Balmy Blue. And I used this on a Christmas card about a week or 2 ago. The one with the snowflakes. This is a great background stamp. So you're just going to put this all over, just randomly, kind of, until you cover your whole paper. And start in different spots so that you don't have that big blob right in the same spot. So I want it kind of dark. So there you go. So that makes a beautiful background. And it kind of looks almost like the, what do you call it? Oh, I need that one more time. It kind of looks like the alcohol ink background, almost. I have lost my little white piece. There it is. All right, I also want to put it on my little white piece. So we're just going to ink it up and then stamp off for that one, because you don't want the words to be too covered up. So if it's too dark, that'll cover the words. All right, so we're done with the blue. So put that away. Now we're going to go to the words. So I'm going to put the words in Misty Moonlight on the little piece. And we're going to do it all the way to the left. So we can cut a little arrow on here. Hopefully that's straight. I need to re-ink this pad, I think. It's getting a little bit light. All right, so we're going to take the happy birthday and we're going to go across the top. And just stamp twice. And kind of catacorn, go like, you know, not straight. You got some going one way and some going, like, not in a straight row. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's do one more down here. Okay, so there we go. So we've got them all over. So we're done with the words. Now we're going to go to the cone flower. So you're going to ink this up, and you can do it this way too if you want to, upside down. And then we're going to put some right over here. And I think I'm going to do it a little bit higher. Give it a good press, and then ink it up one more time. And put it down just a little bit lower over here. And if you want to, you can kind of stamp like whatever's left over. It's not much because this one is kind of a light pad because it's not super juicy like some of mine are. All right, then I'm going to take this one and go around the edge. So we're just going to go right around the edge with this. I'm going to have some dark, some light. And just cover up the edges with it. And just get it as dark or light as you want. All right, so that looks pretty good. Then I've got one more stamp. So this one I'm going to do down here. You're not going to be really seeing it a whole lot, but I wanted to just add a little bit of gray in here. So I'm just going to put this one down at the bottom and maybe just a little bit up there. So you can't really see it a whole lot, but it just adds a little bit of color in there. And then I'm going to put that on the inside of my card too. So on the inside, I'm just going to put a little bit over here. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so we've got some little flowers inside, so that's done. All right, so we're almost done. We're going to put all our ink pads away. Love that color. Thank you. Hey, Deborah. Missed you today at class. I wish you could have come. All right, so now we're going to put this together with our back piece. And that's the back piece. So what I want to do is cut a little arrow in here. So I do have that punch, which I should have brought. I don't know why I didn't think about that. The one that cuts the arrow for you. So we've got a little arrow here. I'm going to glue it down to this with my green glue. And put that on top of here. And then we're just going to layer another arrow with the blue. So I'm going to do the same thing. Start right in the middle and just snip it right up there. And go over. All right, there we go. So, no excitement today. I did have a little story to tell you about work yesterday, but what happened was, you know, I told you we have 2 people out, so we're really short-handed. So we had somebody covering for one of the girls that's out, and right after she gets to work, so we were working together yesterday. Right after she gets there, she gets called and has to leave for an emergency. So I was by myself, like pretty much the whole day. And whoops, I just hit my microphone, sorry. So that was crazy on a Monday to be by yourself. And it wouldn't have been so bad if the phone wasn't like ringing off the hook, but we have 3 phone lines, and when they're all 3 going off at the same time, it gets a little crazy when you're trying to check in people. All right, so this tape goes all over the back, and then I'm going to take this mesh, the metallic mesh, and start with it like on the back right here. And then we're just going to go up and make a loop, and then go down, make another loop, and just kind of do that one more time. So then you've got, and this is crooked, hold on, let's do it that way. So there you go. So we've got just like a little loopy-doo behind it, and if you want to move it over, you can if it's not straight enough for you. And I'm just going to trim this right here. All right, so then we want to put dimensionals on the back of that. So I had a crazy day yesterday. It was a regular, typical Monday, but I'm telling you what, I was exhausted when I got off work last night. And then I had to come home and get ready for my class this morning. Because of course I wait till the last minute to do a lot of things. Like most people, I guess. I used to be so good. When I wasn't working, I would have my classes planned out like weeks ahead of time, have all the projects ready. It was crazy. And now it's like, I'm lucky if I'm one day ahead of myself. Alright, so we're going to put the happy birthday right there. Then we're going to glue this down with some green glue onto the blue. And then this piece will go onto the back, the white part. And then we're going to put some bling on top. So we're going to have some Wink of Stella. And I got a funny story with that too. So there's that. Let's put some rhinestones on here. Get my take your pick tool. So we need a bunch of bling on here to make it look pretty, or more pretty. It's already beautiful. So we're gonna put some of these all over. Let's put some on the words too. I think I ran out of medium. Oh, I got a couple medium ones left. I'm just gonna use all small on this one. Let's see. I'm running out of spots to go. Let's put one over. Let's put one down here. All right, so now we've got some bling on there. And we have to have Wink of Stella, so this is what was funny. So we're in class this morning, and one of the girls in class says, we're doing this, you know, around the table. And I said, you gotta hit Stella. And she goes, Stella's been a bad girl. She needs a spanking. I thought I was gonna die. I just thought that was funny. So we have to give Stella a spanking in every video, because she's been a bad girl. And the more you spank her, the more it comes out. Alright, so for some reason it's coming out more at the bottom than the top. Alright, I've got it all over my finger. It's sparkling. And now I'm sparkling. So, what do you guys think? This one is a little bit darker than this one. You like the darker one or the lighter one? I think they're both beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. I love it. Love this card. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I sponged around the edge of that, and I forgot to do it on that one. But they're still beautiful. So, that's my card for today. That was a quickie. That was only like 15 minutes. I think, oh yeah, the metallic ribbon is in the big catalog. It's metallic mesh ribbon in the big catalog. So that's definitely available. Does Wink of Stella come in colors? It does, but we only sell the clear one. We used to sell clear and gold, and now it's just the clear one. So you can look other places and get them in different colors, but Stampin' Up only sells the clear. Karen says, love your card. You're going to make one right now. Love it, love it. Thank you, Deborah. So you guys love it. Debbie says, love it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget, we've got all the sales going on right now. A lot of things are selling out. So if there's anything from the holiday mini that you want, make sure you get it now. Also, the Eden's Garden special that's going on now, that paper is while supplies last. So when that paper, the Eden's Garden paper is gone, it's gone. So make sure if you want the paper, you get it now. The stamp set will be available later. And the clearance rack still has a lot of stuff on there. So check that out. And you can always order from my website right there at stampingwithlisa.com. And the host code's always on there too. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you like the recipe and the cards. And I'll be back on Thursday with another video for you. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff so you can win the cards. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.